have to have my whole body, it's okay. For the small eye in the orbit here with the muscles, excuse me, bones and muscles, extrinsic muscles. Okay, then we show the optic nerve, which is the second cranial nerve, and then this model shows the optic chiasma. That's where the medial fibers of the optic nerve cross over, and then of course the lateral fibers go back straight. They go to the lateral geniculate body of the thalamus, and from there through the optic radiation, finally to the occipital lobe for interpretation. Okay, now the parts of the eye, we have the sclera, the white of the eye, we can see it here, sclera, and then of course the anterior part is the cornea, transparent. This is showing some of the extrinsic muscles, again, lateral rectus innervated by the abducens, the superior oblique fitting through the trochlea. The superior oblique fits at an angle, it rolls the eyeball to the inside. It is innervated by the fourth cranial nerve, the trochlea. Then all these other extrinsic muscles are innervated by the third cranial nerve, the oculomotor. Okay, here we have after the sclera, you have the choroid layer, the pigmented layer. The anterior part of the pigmented layer, choroid, is the ciliary body, and then also the iris. Right here we see the iris. This is showing the sclera, but this is showing the choroid, the pigmented part. And the ciliary body has suspensory ligaments, it has ciliary muscle, and those suspensory ligaments hold the lens in place. And then if for close vision, the ciliary muscle contracts and pulls the retina forward, it releases tension on the lens, and the lens bulges for close vision, but the muscle is contracting. So then to rest the eye, you need to look up at a distance, and when you do that, then this pull, the muscle relaxes, but it pulls on the suspensory ligament and makes the lens thinner, but it rests the eye for distant vision. Of course, the opening in the iris is the pupil, so the second layer is not a continuous layer. First layer is continuous because the transparent part is the cornea, but it doesn't have any openings to it. Second layer has the opening pupil. And then the third layer, the retina, is this lighter pinkish beige, and here we see it at the back. That represents the retina. This part, let's see what the number is on that, looks like a 14 right here. That is where the blood vessels are entering and where the nerve fibers are leaving. That is the optic disc or blind spot. There are no rods and cones there. But the fibers are leaving and blood vessels are entering. The blood vessels are actually between the retina and the choroid layer. Just the retina is so thin and transparent you see them easily. Then 13 on this model represents the macula lutea, and that's the area of most acute, very acute vision. And then the center of that is the fovea centralis, which has only cones, and that's the area of most acute vision. If you're in reduced light, you wouldn't look straight at something because the cones won't respond to reduced light. They respond to bright light. So level C, I guess letter C, represents this retina or 9, the retina. But the light does come to a focus on the macula lutea, and the center being the fovea centralis. Okay, then we have, I believe that takes care of that part of the eye. Now, this clear material represents the vitreous body. It's held in place by the hyaloid membrane, and that's a jelly-like material that pushes against the retina and holds it in place. Of course, the iris is over here, and this is the lens. So you have the iris with the pupil, and then the lens, and then the vitreous body holding the retina in place, and that's how it fits. Now, other parts of this eye model, and eye in orbit here, show the nasolacrimal sac where tears are draining away, and then you also have some other cranial nerves represented. And so we have the right here on this is the crista galli of the ethmoid bone, and this flat plate, yellow, number 28, with little holes in it, that is the cribriform plate, and that's for the olfactory bulb to sit. The olfactory would be the first cranial nerve, and the actual nerve fibers go through this tiny foramina. And then on this side, we can see, okay, that would show the nerve fibers hanging down in the area of the superior conchae, and they are responding to chemicals that actually fit into the fibers and alter the membrane, and the impulse starts. We know that sodium going in, potassium going out, etc., and it passes through this olfactory nerve. So that takes care of the small eye model. Thank you.